What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm Sunshinery. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are looking at Nick Viall's podcast, The Viall Files Going Deeper, with Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval. I am going to cut the reality recap out of this podcast, so if you are interested in listening to what Nick Viall has to say about the reality recap that he does, you can go check that out over on his channel, which will be linked in my description below. But we are strictly here for the Vanderpump. I want to hear what Tom Schwartz has to say, what Sandoval has to say about their friendship, the affair, dating in LA, and what we can expect for season 11. So that is what we're up to. Make sure to like this video and then hit the subscribe button. And after you subscribe, make sure you hit your notification bell to all. All right, let's get into the Viall Files. And P.S., I thought this beautiful picture of Nick Viall from The Bachelor was appropriate for Valentine's Day coming up. So enjoy that too.
Nope. Okay.
It's not looking
That's not
good.
looking
It's not looking good.
I don't know if you guys know this about Tom, but yeah, he's like a vampire.
It's 2 o'clock.
I know.
And I texted him, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
With a little,
He was hyped about it.
moved it later?
Yeah.
He never responded to that.
He didn't?
No.
Tried Sandoval. Oh, my manager tried Sandoval. I texted him, no answer.
Hmm.
God.
Does he have an assistant who could like go knock on his door and
His
see?
assistant just resigned last week. We're on TST. You know what that is?
What?
Tom Sandoval time.
Oh no. I don't like that time.
You know, production like secretly gives him an earlier call time or a earlier call time, like 30 minutes ahead, just knowing he'll be late. He's chronically late.
Chronic.
Well, we need him to respond. Otherwise, we're just going to start.
I mean, yeah, what do you guys think?
Tom, do you want to set your mic in?
Yeah.
I'll call him.
Yeah, call him. Oh, it's cozy in here.
It'll get warm.
Is that how you
It'll get
disarm
toasty.
people before you exploit them?
Yeah. It'll get
Smells
warm.
good. I feel like I'm at home.
It's like a casino.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
There's no clock in here.
No
That
clock.
was really good.
You're about to get a massage.
Oh
A
my
shoulder
God.
massage.
Free drinks.
Yeah.
Where's my cocktail?
Yeah.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
God.
of course. Tom, where
2:05, buddy.
the fuck
Oh my god.
are you?
Is Brecken home? Can Brecken knock on the door?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have
You guys
Breckens.
friends with Brecken?
I mean, I know him through Kelly.
Yeah, I love
Um,
Brecken.
I hear he hates fucking Sandoval these days.
Well, it's a love-hate. They have a mutual respect, and they are friends, but...
I don't know if it's mutual anymore. It sounds like Sandoval's been partying a lot and pissing him off.
Really? They had a great rapport going.
Okay, are we?
We'll
I mean,
give him
6 minutes.
5 minutes to call us back.
I was telling Natalie and Nick, we're on TST now. I'm Sandoval time.
Yeah, I don't operate on trends.
I don't either. I don't either. That's why I roll solo, whatever. We do things together. I don't bother rolling with him because I like to be early to everything.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do. Have you ever asked yourself, like, why you're still friends with that guy?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I've done some reflecting for sure. You know?
I've looked in the mirror a couple times.
No, the pros outweigh the cons. I made a list.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you have this
I
list?
don't have it. It's actually...
I'd like to review it with you.
That's funny, Nick. First of all, hi.
Hi.
Are we?
Oh, are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Yeah.
You know.
We
Hi.
haven't
Hi.
necessarily started the podcast yet, but
Yeah. I mean, we are recording.
we are recording.
I got to
but-
say, I'm still kind of on a high. You know, last time I saw you, you told me I was handsome.
The best looking guy in Vanderpump.
And, you know,
you haven't.
it worked like a charm. I was here
You
early.
haven't
The
come down
bell
since.
sounded.
Yeah.
Is that why Sandoval hasn't showed? I can tell his feelings are really hurt.
He was, honestly.
It really bothered him.
Yeah, it irked him. How much time should we give him? I mean, he lives 5 minutes away.
I know.
We all know Sandoval would take offense to that, especially if Nick Viall said that Schwartz was the hottest guy in the group. And interesting fact, his assistant quit just last week. So the assistant that we see on Vanderpump Rules this season has quit. I wonder why Anne has quit. Interesting. And oh my God, TST time, Tom Sandoval time. And listen, I'm someone that is late to things most of the time, though I try to be early, and it's a habit that I am trying to break. And now that I know Tom Sandoval is one of those kind of people, I definitely do not want to be anything like that man. So that'll give me an excuse to want to be early now. Let's keep listening.
Allie has joined the Zoom.
Okay.
Just looking at that matcha latte is making me have to take a shit.
We do have restrooms if you need to.
I have like a Pavlonian thing going on.
What does that mean?
Like, you know, when they condition the dogs to salivate just by ringing a bell? Because
Yeah, Pavlov's dog.
Yeah.
I've
I
never
was-
heard of that.
Oh yeah.
That must
I
be like
think
a 40-year-old
I was-
thing.
It was on The
Very.
Office
Was it?
when Jim keeps playing the Windows app, and he keeps playing it and offers Dwight a mint every time he plays the sound, and then eventually he plays the sound, and Dwight puts his hand out, and Jim's like, "What the fuck?"
That's such a good reference. Oh my God. By the way, I feel like you've set me up for failure. Us. Well, it was supposed to be us. I guess it's just me now, but I'm supposed to follow up Gypsy Rose.
No.
No, you won't be following.
Those are big
Gypsy
shoes
Rose.
to fill. Oh, I won't?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like a week.
You'll be like 5 or 6 episodes after.
Did you guys acknowledge that she's 10th cousins with Stassi Schroeder?
I believe Katie, your ex,
Yeah.
let us know that on this very podcast.
I loved the response online to that. Like in all caps, everyone on Twitter, get her a job at Sir now.
Yeah.
Lisa, at Lisa Vanderpump.
Unfortunately, we asked her. She doesn't seem to watch much Bravo.
She doesn't?
No, she likes the like TLC, like 90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé, Married at First Sight.
First thing I'm doing after I leave here is I'm listening to your episode. She seems very thoughtful and well-spoken and
Very
bright.
much so.
Very well
Yeah.
chosen.
She is having a glow up right now, man. Every time I open Twitter, Instagram, she's on
She's hot
fire.
mom.
She's like the opposite of your friend Tom
Yeah.
in so many ways. Like she acknowledged her mistake, owned her mistake,
Oh.
did some work, and now she is out here showing people
Yes, of course.
how much work she's done.
Yes, of course.
He did that in his own convoluted way.
How?
I feel, well, can we get into that later? I just got here. Yeah, Gypsy.
Which Gypsy Rose, we did a live reaction of Nick Viall's podcast when she was on here on my channel with my friend Spooky History of Megs, which I will leave her channel link down below if you like spooky things or history like abandoned buildings and anything historical. She loves it all, and she is way too funny, way too kind, and I love her lots. But we did do, like I said, a live reaction to the Gypsy Rose podcast here on my channel, so you could check that out. And I think that Gypsy is someone that is using her platform for good. She is making people aware of Munchausen's by proxy. She is proving to the world a little bit at each time that she is not the same person she was, and that she has finally been able to spread her wings, which she's just been trying to do that for a long time and escape what her mom put her through. And I'll give Nick that. He called it out like it was. Yeah, like your friend here. All right, let's keep listening.
Man, I'm just learning about her plight, her story.
It's wild, right?
Um,
What do you think you would have done in her shoes?
okay, I have skimmed the headline, so I should be careful about what I say, but I think
We got your back.
Same,
Same, but not same.
same, but not same.
Yeah.
You can empathize
100%.
with why
Yeah,
it came to what it came to.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you concur?
I couldn't say otherwise.
Yeah, you never know what you're capable of until you're put into a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's getting the Fire D now, though.
Fire D.
She is. He's a good dude, too.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a text
Ooh.
from
Oh.
my therapist.
Oh,
Hi,
Well-
Dominic.
I don't know where the fuck Tom is. I don't know
Oh, he's about to regret this.
if he's double booked himself, if he's sleeping right now. I have no clue.
Well,
Oh,
except that he hasn't responded to any
yeah, so
of my messages over the past 2 or 3 days.
Did you respond, Schwartz?
yeah,
He did.
Oh.
He did.
always.
Nice little
I'm
thumbs up.
prompt.
Which I didn't need much more than an acknowledgement,
Yeah.
which Schwartz gave me.
Yeah. Ugh, I mean, if it's any consolation, it's great to be here.
It's nice to have you. It's great to have you.
We're gonna you throw me some softballs today.
Yeah, listen,
We'll talk about your favorite color,
Yeah.
your
Oh,
favorite movie.
It's
we'll keep it light, but
yeah.
we're gonna question
Oh.
some things.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
You just had Katie on, right?
We did.
Yeah.
She actually just DM'd me.
I
She
haven't
did.
listened to it yet.
Are you
Oh.
familiar with her new show?
Yeah, her and Dana.
Yeah,
I forget the name of it, but it's very fitting for them.
disrespectfully.
Yeah.
On the NV Media Viall Files Network.
She's such a hater, but
Her
she,
studio's next door to you.
Is
She's
it?
like, yeah.
she's a hater, but she owns it and she does it with an interesting point of view. So it
What do
works.
you mean you think she's a hater?
Well, Katie's just, she's very judgmental.
She's opinionated.
She's very, yes.
I haven't found her to be judgmental.
She's
I found her to be opinionated.
I
I
say
have found her to be on time.
Yeah, I have found her to be on time.
I meant to say that with a sense of endearment. When I say
Endearment.
she's a hater, I mean that. I'm not backtracking. Sincerely though, Katie taught me that it's kind of fun and okay to indulge in a little gossip once in a while. She gave me a newfound appreciation for sipping the tea in moderation,
Okay.
if you will.
Which I also did Disrespectfully's first episode here on my channel as well. If you want to check that out, I do plan to do more episodes. I do love their podcast. You can also check out their YouTube channel, and I will link that down below for you guys as well. It's just been crazy with Rachel putting out as many chapters a week as she's been putting out, man, and my full-time job. But we do know that this loser shows up, and I'll say this, it is so disrespectful to show up late, especially to something like a podcast episode, and this just reflects on his character, in my opinion. And it seems quite awkward, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I don't think this loser is going to show.
No, God, I don't know what to say on behalf of him.
Well, I don't expect you to say anything
Yeah.
on behalf of him. Do you feel like it's your responsibility to protect
No, I don't.
Tom Sandoval?
I don't. He's his own entity, his own man. And I'm not here to defend or speak on behalf of him. But, I do love the guy. I don't know. Where do we go? Are we going to do a deep dive into our dynamic?
Probably. I do appreciate you showing up, though.
Dude, of course. I've never missed an appointment or a show or...
Did a part of you know that Sandoval wouldn't show?
No.
Oh.
Wait.
Yes, that's not true.
Was there there's always a little part of me that worries he's going to be late. But he almost always shows up fashionably late with, a questionable excuse. But
You think he'll run in here out of breath and oh my God, the craziest thing happened. I was backing out and this old man's wheelchair got caught under my wheel and...
It'd be more like a fresh manicure. I'd be like, sorry, my guy was running late. And
okay.
yeah, freshly minted white nails.
Got it. And a coffee in hand.
Yeah.
I have never, in the history of this show, we are how many episodes, Allie?
We've recorded 690 episodes, I think.
In
Congratulations.
690 episodes, I have never had anyone no-show.
No call, no show. And no show, things happen in life. But
Yeah,
I've had people
yeah.
had to last minute reschedule for
course, yeah.
emergencies that come up, but I have never had anyone completely ghost me. Especially
It's
after doing them a
unacceptable.
favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I just say on behalf of Tom Schwartz? It's really nice to be here.
Great to have you.
It's great to have you, Tom
I don't
Schwartz.
usually refer to myself in third person. I feel
Probably important that you do in this interview.
Yeah.
And I do think that's an issue for Schwartz is, apologizing for Sandoval's actions. And though he is trying to change that, it is clearly able to see here that he feels so bad that this man just ghosted Nick Viall on this job. It's considered a job that he's supposed to do. So, and that's bad. So technically he didn't completely ghost him. So in the 690 episodes that he has shot, his guest was never this late, I guess. We can give that one to Sandoval. He was fashionably late. And I will say this, I might be fashionably late for events that are held by my family and boyfriend's family, but I am not fashionably late to a job. I want to make that clear too. Which I know is bad enough, and this is why I do not want to be like this man.
I know I'm not the controversial figure you were looking for, I'm sure, but
No, I've been looking forward to having you on.
yeah,
I think you are more controversial than you realize,
maybe
mostly because of your association with Tom Sandoval
guilty by association.
and your loyalty
Yeah.
to a man who deserves none.
And the couple of drinks you happen to have thrown at
Yeah.
some ladies in your
Yeah.
past,
Yeah, my God. Yeah, I'm not necessarily proud of my past, but
Can
I've
we-
learned
yeah.
from my mistakes.
Tom
and,
Schwartz, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's nice to be here. Lovely studio.
Baby, do you want to sit next to
No, I think honestly, having the empty seat,
having the empty seat?
is-
Should we make something real quick that says a ball?
a sign that says Tom
A
Sandoval.
little printout.
Put this little hat there.
No, I
Hang
don't want
on
the
the
negative
mat.
association with the bar. We've
Oh.
had enough hate. And
Okay.
We've become, it's like he's the face. That's the place. No, we've actually put a lot of work into revamping, and we're going to pivot. And I'm excited to get some new, fresh energy in there.
You are going to pivot.
Yeah, working
Is
on
that
it.
breaking news?
Well, no, we're just we're incorporating our music program. Finally, we're going to have a new sound system, live music, and a lot of cool stuff I'm excited about.
Are you going to change the name?
I don't know.
Is Tom Sandoval still
there's-
part of it?
He is, but he's sort of taken a step back. He's been mostly a silent partner.
But he's still financially involved?
Yes, he is.
Do you think until that is no longer the case that people will feel compelled to support this venture of yours?
There's been a shift. Honestly, we've got doxxed. I'm not here to throw a pity party, but it sucks that this business that I put my heart and soul into, and so many people put so much time and energy into, came crashing down because of one person's actions, in their personal life. But we suffered dearly,
Yeah.
we really did. People have been coming in. There's been an outpouring of support lately, and it's been a nice change of pace.
Now, I'm curious why Schwartz said that they've been doxxed, as in Schwartz and Sandy's, or what he means by that. Because being doxxed means that someone went and searched for public or private information that hasn't been made public and made it public online, and usually it's done with malicious intent. When you have a business like Schwartz and Sandy's, any business is public information, And it's not like it's not out there on the web already. It's not like we don't know that Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz own the business with their other partners. So what was doxed? Who was doxed? I mean, I don't know if like their wait staff is on the website by even posting who's their wait staff is on their website, kind of like how Sir had pictures of their wait staff on their website. That right there, if someone's then like, oh, well, I know this waitress, that's not a dox either because she was put on the Schwartz and Sandy's website and they're just pointing out that she works there. I don't know. What do you guys think about him saying that they got doxxed? Let me know down below in the comments.
Okay. Are you going to get real ketchup?
Oh, yeah.
Nick is not. He's not a fan of the ketchup.
The cherry ketchup?
What the fuck is that?
I know. I can't even tell the difference.
It's ketchup.
Honestly,
no, how can you not tell the difference?
I objected when I first saw that. I was like, it seems unnecessary and pretentious maybe, but it works and now I'm in love with it. It's like one of my favorite things on the menu.
Fine. Keep the cherry ketchup. Can you also just have like regular fucking ketchup?
Just for the record, we have Heinz now in the back.
do?
I got it just, after that moment.
There's one bottle of Heinz.
That has your name on it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Should we call Tom one last time?
I think we should.
Okay.
Let's call him on air.
Do you think he would be more likely to answer you or Nick? I think probably you.
Nick. In this moment
Really?
in time, knowing that he was supposed to do the show.
When was the last time you talked to him about doing this?
While we were in Singapore.
When was that?
That was 3 days ago.
Oh. Silence is loud.
Deafening.
Hey.
Where the fuck are you? We're recording.
Oh, shit. It's 2:19. Oh, my God. It is?
Yeah.
Wait, this is Tom. We're live right now.
We're live. We're recording.
Get your ass over here. It's like 5 minutes away.
Okay. All right. I'll be over. I'm coming over.
All right.
Send me your address. Text me your address. I'm coming over.
I'll resend it.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.
This motherfucker.
Oh my
It's
God.
2:19. No, it's not 2:19. You think you just woke up?
Probably.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know, man.
I'll be honest. I hate when people start sentences like that. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No, don't.
With all due respect.
With all due respect. Let me finally be honest.
No offense.
No offense. I want Tom Sandoval to succeed in life. I do.
Yeah.
I want him to use this tragedy, at least for Ariana and Tom, has been tragic. Other people, I think they've pretended it to be tragic while like Scrooge McDucking in their beds full of cash.
Yeah. I got a visual on that.
That's right. Sheena just basking in her bed, just cash, and having like Brock just throwing up dollar bills.
Guys,
Can you picture it?
you guys, come on. No comment. No.
But
no.
Anyway, I
listen,
want,
a lot of people profited. A lot of people made a lot of money off of that.
I want there to be good in this. Yeah, I mean that. This is what this show is about. You know, it's about, learning from our mistakes. Most of us don't make the type of mistakes that Tom has, but Tom isn't the only person who's ever been unfaithful. He's not the only person who's cheated. Sadly, what he did, so many people before him, even your peers, have done. And yet, what's been so frustrating is to see your friend Tom just be so resistant to owning what he did.
Yeah.
And even conversations I have with him now, it's a real challenge for him.
He's very susceptible to like indulging in whataboutism,
What do you mean by that?
Just like instead of, facing the issue head on, he has a tendency. Well, he's gotten a lot better about this because he's self-aware now, but
you think he's self-aware now?
More self-aware. He's got a lot more humility and, he's been humbled on a massive scale here. Let me make sure.
This is almost too perfect.
I know.
I bet he's more self-aware. I bet he's humbled because he got caught out. Like, I don't think that Schwartz understands what Nick is trying to say, that every time that he has been approached or asked to apologize, he makes up excuses or even just apologizing in general. It's not something he's done without trying to turn it around and be like, it wasn't his fault. And that's the problem people have. All right, let's see. We're waiting for the arrival of Sandoval.
It's 2:19?
His tone and everything.
Hey, man. He answered as if like you were just like calling to
Like he was in the middle of a Mario Kart
see
game.
if he got home. All right.
Just
yeah.
shoot the shit. What's
Hey,
up,
man, what's up? What's cooking? He didn't sound that groggy.
Or like panicked,
Yeah. Anyways, what was I saying?
You've suggested that he's been humbled and that he's more self-aware.
Yes. And I had a point and I forgot where was I going with that?
I say we just keep fucking going. Let this guy. We're not on Tom Sandoval time.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, we don't have to wait.
Why the fuck are you friends with Jax Taylor?
He's coming. Tom Sandoval's coming. Yeah.
Well, you can put it there for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the mustache.
No.
Why am I friends with Jax Taylor?
Yeah. Yes. What I know
okay.
about him is he's only ever lied. And I think he's still lying. Didn't he say something that his wife had to correct in the media? I don't know. Anyways, he's done some shit. And I say this having watched, and I told you this last time when I saw you, that I have more empathy for Tom Sandoval having gone back and watched old episodes of Vanderpump. Not I have empathy in the fact that like I think many of his peers are hypocritical and very conveniently forgetting their sins to take advantage of Tom's. Jax Taylor is the ringleader of that nothing matters but me energy.
Yeah, he was villain numero uno for a while there. Yeah, he had a dicey character at best. People are going to roll their eyes, but Jax has a really good heart, and he's been a great friend to me. He's one of the first people I met in Los Angeles when we were coming up, when going on auditions together. He got me one of my first agents.
Okay.
He's just always been a great friend, very supportive of my family. There if you need anything, anytime, money, you know, a shoulder to cry on.
He's never wronged you.
Well,
have you been on the receiving end of a Jax Taylor?
Oh, I've been jaxed.
You've been jaxed?
Yeah, I've been jaxed for sure.
Loyalty matters to me. It's a quality that I care very much about. Loyalty is one of those characteristics that everyone says they care about, because who would ever be like, yeah, I don't care about loyalty? No one would say that. But very few people are actually prioritize being loyal. Being there for you. You seem to prioritize that.
Are you saying I'm loyal to a fault?
I would. Yeah. But I'm just also wondering, like, how do you, Tom Schwartz, see, like, what does loyalty mean to you? And how do you implement it in your life since you've been surrounded and you continue to be friends with people who not only wronged you, but other people you care about, to the point where their actions not only have hurt them, but truly damaged lives and mental health and done some things that you can't take back?
Oh God, this might seem like a cop-out, but it's almost like when you do reality TV, it's like you're sort of existing in a parallel universe with a slightly different set of rules and ethics. And I hope that doesn't in any way, shape, or form detract from the authenticity of our show, because I'm so proud that we've never like soft scripted or contrived any moments. We have a deep well of history, and most of us were friends before the show started. I think you guys know that.
Yeah.
You know, I was roommates with Jax and Tom. That's when he was dating Kristen. Jax was dating Stassi, and then I was dating Katie. We were one highly dysfunctional, fucked up family, but we loved each other. And that was the beginnings, the genesis of Vanderpump Rules.
Though I think everybody in the group has each done their own bad thing, whether it be cheating and all of that, the affair lasted 7 months. That's something that never happened before in this group. And Jax, he has his own issues. He caused his own trouble. He was his own person. And people got jaxed all the time. That's why it's a term, because so many people got jaxed. I just think that with this group, everyone is growing up. They're growing into their own. Jax has, become a better person ever since his father passed and been with Brittany. And I can't wait to see him on the Valley because of it. And I just think that Tom is still stuck in those ways, and he needs to grow up. And in that same sense, I think Schwartz is stuck in those ways too. And he needs to grow up too and realize, like, this isn't going to go anywhere. But we'll see. We're still waiting for Scandoval, so let's keep waiting for him.
And everyone working at SUR, you know, that was the glue that tied everybody together. But
so many of those people have grown up.
Yes.
And it sometimes feels like some of the guys.
Listen, I mean, I had a good trajectory going. 2019, I really felt like I had my shit together. You know, I was happily married. We had just bought a beautiful home, my dream home in the Valley. And, you know, Tom's thriving, just about to open our second bar, all kinds of other business opportunities burgeoning. And then, I don't know, after 2020, things got weird.
And what role do you think you played in that?
In regards to the downfall of the relationship?
Life. I mean, you made it seem like life in itself was...
I know, I know. I skipped over a lot. Well, Jesus. It's going to turn into a therapy session. Can you be more specific with the question? So I don't ramble or go on a...
certainly have time. Well, yeah, I guess just that. Like what... When you were moments ago, you went back to 2019 in your head and you visualized your dream home and you visualized those other opportunities and you visualized the success that Tom was having and you visualized your marriage. And now it's 2024.
Yeah.
You're in a very different spot.
Yeah. My God.
On the heels of Scandoval. And I'm just wondering, have you ever given much thought into the choices you've made that got you to where you are at today?
For sure. You know, I take full accountability. Well,
I don't even know. Like some things are out of your control, but I am curious of the things that you have thought, you know what, that one's on me. I could have done this differently. What are some of those things?
If you're alluding to like the affair, if you're alluding to.
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know honestly much about you and Katie.
Well,
other than you seem to never want to have her back.
Honestly,
Do you think that is accurate?
I don't think it's a fair representation of the dynamic in our relationship.
Would you like to add some color to that?
Oh God, me and Katie are in such a good place. You know what I mean? Like I just,
Me and Katie are in such a good place.
I feel like we're in a really good place right now. I don't know if I want to do a deep dive and rehash negative aspects of our relationship.
Well, you did already call her judgmental.
Well,
So like, wow.
Oh God.
But as a viewer,
yeah. As a viewer,
I have yet to see you go Team Katie.
Really? I mean,
No, we're in season 3.
Really?
I've seen season 10, 1, 2, and parts of 3.
honestly, I've lost sleep over the fact that our relationship, I think overall, is perceived in such a negative light, you know, because there were so many great moments in our relationship, way more good than bad. You know, we've went on so many fun vacations together. We truly loved each other, there for each other through the best of times, through the worst of times. We started dating when we both had nothing. We were kind of like perfectly imperfect, you know.
What does that mean?
It's like we were by no means a model relationship. I don't think at any point, aside from maybe our wedding season, did people ever look at Tom Schwartz and Katie Maloney and say they are couple goals.
Yeah, I mean,
Complicated.
sure.
You know,
Even for the people who are quote unquote couples goals, I mean, what does that even mean?
I guess
They have a good brand.
I guess up until, you know, very recently, I feel like Tom and Ariana were perceived as like the quintessential idyllic.
There you go. There's my point.
And
Honestly, I never saw Katie and Schwartz as a model relationship. They always had things that they needed to either grow together, fixing, or apart. And I will say, Nick said it, and we all think it. Tom has never taken Katie's side. There have been many times where issues have happened, and literally, instead of fighting for the one he loved, he wasn't there for her at all. And I will agree that Tom and Ariana did kind of have couples goals, though we weren't always informed of what was happening between them. They did have their own issues, and clearly Tom has his own too, and unfortunately ended the way that it did. And it's sad, but this is where we are. This is where each other will grow separately, and hopefully even with Katie and Schwartz, that they find their own and they find what they're looking for.
If you could have changed anything about your behavior in your marriage, what would you have changed?
well,
And you can totally say nothing.
no, it's okay. This is nice. This is nice, by the way, actually.
This is just us
Yeah.
chit-chatting.
First of all, early on in our relationship, when I was unfaithful, being a reformed makeout slut, which I know it's not cute to say that, but like I dealt with things in a very unhealthy way early on in our relationship. You know, there was multiple times where I thought we were going to break up. I had a lot of pent up resentment. And instead of dealing with it head on, having healthy conversations, seeking couples therapy, I often would just get shit faced. I was a sloppy, immature, lost douche at times in our relationship. That's one of my biggest regrets, you know, just dealing with it like a goddamn fool, you know?
Do you think you'd be married today if your behavior was different?
I think towards the end we had communication. Man, I didn't want to do this. Tom, where are you? I do
He's
not
your
want-
friend. This is a cost of being a friend with Tom Sandoval.
It's just that it's been like, this has been talked about ad nauseum on the show. And we're in such a good place. Katie, love you. I don't know. I would prefer not to go into it,
That's
actually.
fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, my goal was to have a conversation with you, ask some, I don't even think hard-hitting questions,
Yeah.
but like some direct questions with the hopes that the two of you would come across as two men who have done some reflecting, have done some growing
Yeah.
as they enter into their 40s,
Yeah.
aren't necessarily the Peter Pan,
Yeah.
fuckboy, degenerate douches that many of your fans consider you to be.
I mean,
that
yeah.
was my hope.
By the way, we're not a package deal. I'm Tom Schwartz. That's Tom Sandoval. We have a business together. He's one of my dear friends, but you know, we are very different people. And this is not me trying to distance myself, you know.
No, I mean, you're and
it's
listen,
like-
I got to know you. Like, you are such a likable guy. You
Thank
are.
you. I appreciate that.
And I agree. Schwartz is a likable dude, and I don't think that he is really this douchebag that he used to be. And I know that he regrets his actions and he takes accountability clearly of them, and he is reflecting on what he needs to do to be a better person and to be a better person in a relationship when he gets in a relationship, and what it takes just to be who he wants to be. And though he still says right here, he's like, this is no separation of the two of them, he still needs to separate himself a little bit more, because it does come off as a brand in that sense. They do own two businesses in that sense together, with their names, Tom, Schwartz and Sandy's on it, that it's like you kind of come off as a package deal. So you might need that little bit of separation. And it might be the best for him too.
And good looking.
Thank you.
But you know, again, there's a perception of who you guys are.
Yeah.
And I would love to give you guys an opportunity, especially Sandoval.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you are guilty by association often. And that is something you often choose to be a part of. Which
I feel like you're kind of setting me up for failure. If you're like, listen, you're perceived as an asshole. Here's your opportunity.
I don't think you're an
I'm
asshole.
going to let you just talk. Prove to the world that you're not a fucking Peter Pan douchebag. Like, kind of setting me up for failure.
I don't think so.
I don't have a prepared speech. I know who I am. I'm a great human being. And yeah. I don't know what to say, guys.
Are you uncomfortable?
Not really. I feel like I'm being set up for failure with questions like that.
Why do you think so?
I mean, they're loaded.
How so?
Because you're essentially saying that I am those things indirectly.
No, I don't. I mean, you're aware of fan criticism.
I am.
For example, like I got to know Tom on Special Forces.
Yeah.
And I don't, you know, he like everyone else has flaws. Yeah. But I got to know Tom and I got to learn about sides of him that I enjoyed.
Yeah. He is a good dude.
And I think people are complex and multi-layered. Yeah. And, you know, I've had like conversations with people who are like, oh, Tom Sandoval's this and that, and I've never met him. I'm like, listen, I have a different experience with him, which I can, again, be critical of him.
For sure.
I know Tom cares what people think about him.
He does.
And yet he acts in a way that I don't understand why he does, and he gets certain criticisms. So yeah, it's not meant to be loaded. It's just meant to be like, I get that all the time. It's like, oh, are you aware of what people think about you? Yeah. You know, or, you know, you're this, or people think that. And I address those questions all the time.
Not to throw a pity party, but I think I'd like to say I was thriving in the chaos of whatever that shitstorm was. But man, it was a combination of things happening in my life with my family members, my dad being in the hospital, my brother almost dying, my other brother going through chemotherapy. I kind of feel like I fell apart. And I'm still kind of reeling a little bit from the past few years. Not to throw a pity party, but I feel like I'm just
dealt with some real stuff.
I'm just now restabilizing and sort of getting my my Schwartz back, if you will.
What does that mean?
I just starting to feel normal again, I guess, you know? I feel like I was kind of just surviving at best, but really like drowning the past few years, you know? Especially.
I think we all, in a way, care what people think about us, especially people that are put more in the public aspect of things and have to read and see what people say about them. But as long as you're secure with knowing who you are, you just want to keep proving to those people that they're wrong about you and that you are who you are, and no one can take that away from you. I think Schwartz, yes, had a lot that he was dealing with the last year, and he's just finding his groundings. But he also has to be thankful that everything he's been through has got him where he is today. And it's a lot stronger than he realizes.
The past year.
Are you on the way up?
I think so.
That's good.
I think I'm due for a come up right now. I've been working out, eating healthy, started meditating. Which all sounds like terribly cliche, but
you dyed your hair back.
I dyed my hair back. Yeah, I got roasted for that. Hair's back to brown now.
You got great hair
it
too.
suits
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
The round suits you.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm just
Don't apologize.
I don't know, man.
He's 2 minutes out.
It's okay. Yeah.
And then we can focus the energy on him.
No, you can focus the energy on me.
Do you think I'm being unfair?
No, I don't actually. I didn't mean to get defensive. I just
It's okay.
Do you feel like a lot of your castmates thrived throughout Scandoval and you kind of did the opposite?
You might be the only one to that question that I haven't seen benefit from it.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate because like I said before, it's just like our bar, our beautiful business baby that I just sacrificed so much for became like the place where the affair happened. You know, Tom's the face. That's the place. I don't want to be a baby about it, but I've never experienced like hate or vitriol on that level with such a ferocity and intensity and in person and on the internet. It's just like, you know, it was unrelenting. And I felt bad that so many people who had nothing to do with it had to suffer the consequences.
Like who?
Our managers or my partners in the business, you know?
Yeah,
employees like having to deal with unruly customers that coming in drunk, graffitiing the bath, like unhinged human beings just coming in there. And like, it was very strange for a while. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It turned into like a kind of a circus, like a spectacle for a while, you know?
Yeah, because I guess it's one thing for people to be able to like come at you in your DMs or in your comments, but for them to like physically show up in front of you at your place of business, like that could be scary.
And for the most part, people were lovely and, you know, nuanced. Or, you know, a lot of people came in and were like, you know, I went through the same shit. I did the same thing. My friends did the same thing. I had so many people come in there and empathize with me. Like, you are in a horrible situation. You know, you got put in a horrible situation. Maybe you didn't handle it in the best way possible, but like I've been there. It's a lose-lose.
Why?
In terms of being in a situation, you know, being best friends with someone who's coming out of a relationship and, you know, they're having an affair or they fell in love with someone else. I mean, I don't know. Nick, what would you have done? What would you have done if you were in my position?
I would have done things differently.
Yeah. Yeah. So would I, by the way. But
I would hope he would do things differently. I just think it's absolutely insane that people went to such a level as to going to Schwartz and Sandy's and just being so foul and nasty and just destroying the property. Like, who does that? I don't know. That's just way too fucking far. And if you have such a hate boner that bad, that is a you problem and you need to get help. It's one thing to be able to sit here and discuss with everybody in the comments about how we feel about the situation because we watch the show, we read, we watch, even when the show is not on the air. And it's one thing to talk about it, but it's then another thing to go and just spread vitriol like that. Like, really, that's just way, way, way crazy. What do you guys think? Let me know down below.
Listen, I would just have been very honest with Tom about what I thought about what he did. I've had some tough conversations with friends, and I'll say things like, oh, I want to believe that this isn't who you are, but your actions are saying otherwise. And I would be very honest with how I felt about what they did. I would be honest about where we stand. And then I would be kind of honest about, like, as a friend, what I would need to see from him to continue, I guess, being friends. Yeah. I wouldn't have, I guess, at this point in my life, and maybe you did do this.
I did do that in my own way, but I would love to do a deep dive with that right now, but I know I'll get in trouble as the season's about to air.
What do you mean?
You go into this in great detail. The new season of Vanderpump Rules. Yeah.
We'll be able to explore the friendship of Tom Schwartz.
I hate to do that to you.
That's okay. I understand the parameters.
Yeah. Come on in.
You're welcome to come in.
Yeah, no, come on. We have started. You little fuck.
Oh my God, look at that shit-eating grin. No. Oh my God, dude.
Is this Thailand?
Oh, that's not funny.
Why are you late?
Me?
Can you put the mic on so we can hear you?
Yeah.
I'm actually glad you brought that because this was actually, you know what? This was a teachable moment. It was a teachable moment, honestly. Yeah. And I feel like
slide the mic. Hi. You were saying?
Yeah. Let's just take that down.
What? Come on.
This was a teachable moment because I don't think a lot of people are educated on the dark side of that world, that industry.
Is this what Lala was talking about?
Yeah.
We didn't fucking know.
I know. We didn't know who. She just said my castmate took a photo, and we were like, "Who's this? What are they talking about?"
Well, I mean,
no.
I vaguely
actually, it is a teachable moment in a sense of, like, I went to a place supporting Thailand. Like, we were on the boat the entire day.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you trying to say here? No, I'm saying it's a teachable moment in terms of raising like that industry is. I didn't realize to what length, but that industry is rampant with corruption and speed breeding and very often
mistreatment of animals.
Yes, mistreatment of animals.
Actually,
this. Hold on. Let me like very often they're declawed or they use corporal punishment, negative reinforcement, or they're sedated or drugged. The place we went to supposedly was highly recommended and reputable.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
And apparently they contribute a significant portion of their profits to conservation. It could all be bullshit.
Absolutely beautiful.
I know that whole industry is sort of
and we didn't like at that point. Like we have been
tourists.
drinking all day, and like we like went along with like the tourists who brought us there, and we're like,
well, the whole trip was like do as the locals do. It was recommended as a reputable place. In hindsight, a questionable decision. I didn't go in there. I'm not trying to get eaten by a fucking lion.
I think everybody was more worried about like a tiger biting off my head more so than like
who was worried about this.
Schwartz, I think Kyle. Like myself.
Your friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, in hindsight, probably a questionable decision, but...
Well, first, it's great to see Scandoval finally arrived. And of course, he brings a gift of him with a tiger when he went to Thailand. Now, if you are unaware of this tiger photo, back January 3rd, they went to Thailand. Schwartz, Kyle Chan, and Sandoval all went to Thailand, and they took a boat ride, they had pina coladas, and they also went to this tiger sanctuary. Well, Sandoval posted a video of him feeding a tiger, which I will show you, and some of these tiger photos that you see.
You can pause that. 10. You can leave your hand, please. I can't. I'll be behind. 1, 2. Sure. Good.
ชุดนี้เขาไม่เข้าเลยครับป้อนเนื้อมา
Bắt chồng cái này lên phải đặt lâu hơn tôi.
Fans were appalled. Castmates were appalled. Lala actually put in her stories this right here, which says, I'm appalled by the photo my castmate took with a tiger in captivity. This topic has been close to my heart for many years. What is disguised as fun and cool is in fact animal abuse. It's heartbreaking. I've made noise about educating yourselves, and here I am to tell you again, do not support places like this. Pump Rules and Instagram I love to follow, and I hope you guys go follow too. Her link is down in the description. Had also posted about this. She posts a lot of Vanderpump and Bravo news there. And James actually commented on the video of Tom with the tiger. And this is what James had to say. I would never go to a place like this. Let them all run free. Always found this cruel and so sad. And of course, he's just a worm without a mustache now. I had to. Well, so that is the tiger issue that we have here on hand. And I'll say this, Schwartz was really trying to make a point, and Scandoval kept rudely interrupting him, just like this plane is rudely interrupting me. And I think that Schwartz needs to put his foot down a little bit more, because Scandoval likes to take the spotlight over, and Schwartz really was trying to make a good point here that this is cruel and harsh punishment, and it's not something that he condones. And here's Scandoval, but like, this is what we were trying to do. Oh, I can't. It's only going to get worse from here, guys. He's now finally here, so let's listen.
Why were you late?
Me?
No one else was late. He was very early.
You were 2 hours late to my podcast, by the way.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You were 2 hours late.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you were. You're like, I'll be there between 5:30 and 6:30. You showed up at like 8:30.
Tom, that's not true.
That is exactly true. Dude, you were 2 hours.
You called me the day before and said, I have a big favor to ask. Can you please do my podcast? And I said, Tom, I have a busy day, but let me get back to you. But I can definitely do it at some time at night, but I'll get back to you. We definitely did not have a set time. And then I followed up with you.
Dude, you were like,
bring up the text.
Wait, this is a perfect example of whataboutism. Instead of addressing the situation head on and saying, hey, I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry I'm late.
I had to stop real quick and say, perfect example, Schwartz. This is what Sandoval does. He turns around and he makes it not his problem, but, oh wait, didn't you do the same thing to me? No. Perfect example, Schwartz. Really, truly give it to you.
Why were you late?
Why was I late?
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Just no care in the world?
No, it's not like that.
What is it like?
Nick, why were you late?
I wasn't.
You were. You were. But it's different when it's you. You know what I mean? It's different.
I don't know. I wasn't involved in the scheduling of that, so I don't know.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, it's different when it's you.
No, that I was late.
Yes. Yeah, you were. Dude, I was literally hanging out for like, you literally were 2 hours later than you said.
Do you have a text message that says I was going to be there at an earlier time?
You're like, yeah.
Anyways. You have the text message.
I know.
Just say, I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry I'm late, Nick. Do you want to fucking rake me over the coals? I'm sorry I'm late.
We're just
I apologize.
No.
Okay.
I apologize.
You got to respect people's time, Tom. You don't always do that. You do
I know,
not respect.
I don't.
It's okay if you don't respect time in general, but other people's time, you got to respect.
How was Thailand? Other than
it was great.
It was awesome. It was a great spiritual reset. I feel refreshed and excited about life like I haven't been in quite some time. Going back to what we were talking about, I feel like I've kind of been in a haze. I was a basket case for the past few years, and I feel like I had some sort of figurative rebirth. Does that sound like malarkey?
In what way?
Sounds great.
I don't know. Just going.
I guess so. My question is, now that you're back,
seeing
and you felt this, what's going to be different?
Just going out, seeing different parts of the world, absorbing yourself in other cultures, eating delicious food. I don't know. I feel like I've had some sort of awakening. My senses are sharpened. My ambition is back.
So what do you think is going to be different now? Now that you're revigorated and you had this spiritual awakening that you're suggesting.
I feel like I have clarity of vision. My appetite for life is back. I don't know, man. I don't want to sing a sad song, but I just turned into like a sad sack of shit for the past few years. And,
seem more positive?
Yeah. More positive, more motivated.
Dude, it was really nice. It was really nice for us to like hang out. I mean, it's been since 2018 since me and Schwartz have actually taken a vacation, like at all. Like for me, it's been since 2018. But like, dude, it was really nice seeing you. It was so nice, like seeing you like in the pool, in the infinity pool. Just like to me, that was worth it all. To see you just
what was worth it?
Just like him
seeing
hanging out,
me
like
not,
just us, like looking at each other and not caring about anything, like for a second. It was really worth it, man.
You're saying for a second it felt like old times,
yeah,
because our dynamic has become strained, professionally, personally, and I feel like this was a good reset for both of us, for our friendship, for our dynamic. Aside from this whole incident. I don't want.
You don't seem to be on the same page.
I don't want to martyr Tom, but I know it came at great cost to your reputation there for a second. But overall, I think it was a good thing. It raised awareness through a questionable industry, and right.
What
I'm talking about, I was bringing it back to the Tiger King incident.
He doesn't seem to be very on the same page as you.
Okay, did you just wake up?
No,
he was hanging out with a friend.
Who's
also, I do
girl, guy, dating.
No comment.
Oh,
yes, of course. I will circle back quickly and just say that I do have a text from Nick at 6:52 saying he was done with your podcast and he's heading to Whole Foods at 6:52.
Yeah, yeah, he was supposed to come over at 5:30.
Yes, that was after the podcast ended.
So
that would have been like an hour and a half later if you recorded.
I'm pretty sure. Let me check my messages to Tom.
we were sitting around for a long time.
Sandoval,
we were
here
sitting
we go.
around for a long time, man.
Okay. I text you at 4:48. When do you want to do this? ? I can be over at 5:30. You wrote, that works. You sent me your address.
You did not come over at 5:30. Please don't act like you did.
You texted me at 6:50.
I'm pretty sure I was probably at 5:40 maybe.
No, you were not over at 5:30. You were over at way after 6. Like to the point where like Jason were like, so when's Nick coming? When's Nick coming?
How long is your podcast episode with Nick?
That's an hour.
Oh, so
let's not digress here. We've already digressed. Nick, let's get back.
I truly am glad that Schwartz got a much needed vacation with his friend and tried to reconnect in that sense with his friend, and they enjoyed themselves. But here we go again with having to prove that he was right. He was right. He was right. This is one thing I dislike about Sandoval so very much, and I've always disliked him. No matter what, he is right. And he will always flip it to, if it was his problem, now it's yours. You did it to me. Or this was done to me because someone else did this and blah, 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 blah. It's always like that. And I just can't take it. He's not even been here 5 minutes. Here we go.
On track.
I know. Why are we talking about this?
Well, because you showed up 45 minutes late.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Shame. I apologize.
And we didn't even know if you were coming. You
More
just like, it wasn't like, hey, you're going to be here. Yeah. We didn't know.
I apologize.
Don't need your apology.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What do you want then?
I just was asking, why are you late? It was just a simple question.
I didn't ask why you were late.
Because I wasn't.
What about it?
You are though. What about You're an hour late. Nick, you're an hour late. I swear to God, dude. We were sitting there.
Okay. God's going to be disappointed.
God? What did you say?
Swears to God.
Oh,
Dude, you were. You're like, I'm on my way.
You know what's scary though? I believe that you believe that.
That's not scary.
But
I'm not the only one. You can ask Jason and Jason.
Okay.
Jason's like, are they come? Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Because we were worried. We were worried because you're also like under the gun. We're like, is he really going to come?
You're a hoot, Tom.
Dude.
So how about that Special Forces?
Yeah. How about that Special Forces?
How about that Special Forces?
No.
On Special Forces, I had the pleasure of a few Jeep rides with Mr. Sandoval. I enjoyed getting to know him, and we had about an hour conversation about Scandoval.
Yeah.
And my hope of that conversation was just kind of like, I was just curious. I mean, I had just gotten to know you. The Tom I was getting to know during Special Forces, you really stepped up in a lot of cases. And as I got to know, I was like, who is this guy? Like, does he really regret this? Has he learned from this? Is he going to do it again in the future? And I'm just curious kind of where you're at now these days. Like, what have you been up to?
Well, Nick, all bullshit aside, man, like, it was actually really nice getting to know you. I saw everything you went through, like, literally, like, went through. You deserve to finish and to win. I thought you did fucking great. You carried me on your shoulders, which I was really honored. And I felt bad about. Like, I felt fucking...
I'm confused about the depth of your guys' bond. Are you guys tight? Do you guys text each other on a regular basis? Did you guys really develop a special bond during that?
I think everyone does special to bond. I don't think Tom and I got super close where we're hanging out on a regular basis.
Okay,
I haven't spoken with him since
okay.
So I had the pleasure of being a guest. We kept in touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. Yeah.
The magnet Tom gave Nick is on our fridge.
It is true.
Nice.
Yeah, it is on our fridge. Tom gave me a magnet that memorialized our experience and special faces.
Now, everyone, notice how his whole voice changed and he went to a lower tone like this so he can give Nick these beautiful compliments. Like, you won it, you deserved it, you put me on your shoulders and you carried me out of those woods. Like, that's how he was. And when you have a narcissistic personality disorder, again, I'm not diagnosing him, but this is just what I see. The love bombing that he does to people, it's a huge indicator. And it's where he is praising and admiring someone. And the intentions are not to actually show genuine affection, but to exhibit control and for personal gain in that relationship, which Nick ain't having it at all. And one of the things that people do when they love bomb is they give gifts to people. And I kind of saw that magnet as a way of getting Nick to think of him as a better guy. Like, when you see this magnet, you'll think of me and think, our time together. I think the relationship that Tom might have in his head is way different than the relationship Nick thinks that they have in his head. What do you guys think? Let me know down below.
Would you set your friend Tom up with a lady?
That scares me. No. Let me.
Well, what does that bother you to hear? Because I've said to Tom Sandoval's face, I wouldn't set you up with my sister or friend. And Tom, you said, I agree. I hear you. Do you want him to?
That was not said for shock value. Let me explain. I would never want him to set me up with someone. I don't want anyone to set me up with.
Yeah, no guy likes to be set up. I'm just asking you, would you trust someone you care about to date Tom Sandoval today?
It depends on the person. My answer is it depends on the person.
Do you think you should be? Are you ready to protect someone's heart?
Am I ready to protect somebody's heart? Yes, of course I am. I don't know what to say except that I fucked up and I know that I did that. It doesn't matter the scenario. It doesn't matter. I fucked up and I know that. I do love hard. I really do. And unfortunately, being vulnerable in a situation got me to throw, logic and everything out the window and people's feelings and Ariana's feelings, and I regret it. Hardcore. I really do. I can't do anything about it except just try to.
You can learn from it.
Yes, exactly. I've learned so much.
Like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
For instance, to take a page out of Katie's book, with Schwartz, Ariana was, she was she was like, I don't know what my life will be without, all this stuff. And I should have, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to be a better person. I swear to God, I really am. Yeah. I don't know what to say. What have I learned? What have I learned? To not ever do that again. To not ever be in a 9-year fucking relationship and end it that way. To not ever cheat that way. Dude, I'm never going to do that.
What do you
That's
mean?
Never going to happen.
What do you
again.
mean cheat that way?
What do you mean?
Well, when you say cheat that way, it implies that you might cheat differently.
To have an affair.
I'm just clarifying.
That's good. That clarification was good, actually.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, to ever ever do that.
Is it just me, or is he still just not getting it? It's like he can't utter the words, I'm sorry. It's like it pushes through his pride by saying it. I don't understand why he's just I am just so sorry for the actions that caused this, that what I did hurt other people. I don't understand why he can't just be I'm sorry for what I did. And let's make this clear. I'm not asking him to apologize to me. I'm asking him to apologize for his actions that he did to Ariana and the hurt that he caused other people. When you hold yourself accountable for the mistakes you've made and the people that you've hurt, that requires strong inner strength. And the sad thing is that no matter what happens in life, Tom Sandoval will never attempt to make things right or make amends. And that's what it seems like. Tom Sandoval lacks empathy. He believes that ignorance equals bliss. He believes that if time will just forget that he had this affair. He projects his faults onto others. And the biggest one, he has every intention to not wanting to repeat this behavior, but he has done it over and over again. These are things that he needs to work on to be a better person. And I think this is where his weakness is and why I also believe he is a narcissist. These are all traits of narcissistic personality disorder. He is just showing us that he has these traits, and it's something that just makes me so angry about him. Let me know what you guys think, though, below. I love hearing what you guys have to say.
I'm not even trying to be hard on you. I have people I care about who have been unfaithful to their partners. People who are close to me. They remain close to me because those people truly show that remorse and that regret. They got into therapy, and it was more than just being like, hey, I'm sorry I fucked up, but they kind of identify those triggers, things that in the past. So for example, they, learned about why in those critical moments did they choose one path versus the other, so that in the future they could say, you know what, I'm finding myself in a similar situation, that urge for validation, that whatever it was, that driving force that caused them to do that.
It's really hard for me to speak about this with Ariana because I don't want to dishonor her, but there are a lot of things that was going on with our relationship that I don't want to talk about.
Well, we're not allowed to talk about. I would love to talk about it. But
no, I'm allowed to talk about it.
Not right now.
I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Of course you can.
But I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Well,
I don't want to. I was in a relationship that was.
You fell out of love and you handled it in the worst way possible.
Exactly.
It's a cautionary tale. I will say, on a positive note, so many people have come to me at Tom Schwartz and Sandy's and confided that they were in a similar situation because of, last time I'll ever say the word, Scandoval. They had like an awakening and they're like, we need to seek couples therapy, sit down, have that conversation we've been dreading, finally end it, or find a way to make it work, deal with it in a healthy, productive, constructive way, as opposed to, having an affair. I'm talking like hundreds of people.
I
small
imagine.
Sample size, but still.
I'm a huge believer that there's always a positive to be gained from a negative situation. You just have to be willing to acknowledge it.
I had such low self-worth, and when this whole Raquel thing happened, logic went out the window, fully went out the window. I was a slave to my emotions in that aspect, and I couldn't.
That's the big question, right? Because in the future, at some point, you will be in a situation where you might be a slave to your emotions again. That's the big question. The next time you feel that.
Yeah, am I gonna do it again? I've never experienced that overwhelming feeling that I had at that time. And in a 9-year, Nick, what's your longest relationship?
8 years.
8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't.
Well, in your defense, you've had to talk about it so much, your mind probably goes blank at this point. It's just I think you're. Listen, by the way, I'm not here to be a Sandoval apologist. I'm very critical of him. People don't see that on the show, Tom. Yes. Yeah. And we have great conversations, one-on-one behind closed doors. You say all the right things, and then sometimes on a public forum, you have a tendency to get defensive. Yeah, that's it. You have a tendency to get a little defensive, but I know as a dear friend of yours, you regret everything you did on a deep fucking level. You completely turned your whole life upside down, and but you're trying to move forward.
It seems very easy for you to say that, Schwartz. Why does it seem so hard for you to say that?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Of course I fucking...
She makes a solid point here, because literally every time he feels like he gets stumbled up or doesn't have the words or doesn't know what to say, he looks to Schwartz, and Schwartz is there having his friends back and explaining things that maybe Schwartz feels for him, but how do we know Sandoval actually feels those same things? And she nailed it. I think she is not tolerating this bullshit either. And he's just sitting there trying to justify, well, Nick, you've been in how long was your longest relationship? Come on. And then not wanting to talk about it, to disrespect Ariana's honor. What the hell is that? Please.
Regret it. Dude.
No, I believe you regret it. It's just you have a hard time articulating.
I can't. It's been so long. It's been 10 months. I don't know what to say except that I was.
You did a great job of, you did a fair job of articulating it when we had Dr. Drew on the show.
Yeah, I was a slave to my fucking emotions.
No.
And that's and I was unfortunately, didn't know how to, did not know how to.
Yeah, you didn't know how to deal with those emotions. I totally get that. And I
didn't know how to, you're with somebody that you want to,
I don't think it's necessarily, of course, the act of it is terrible, but I think a lot of people have done what you've done. I don't think you're the only person in the world who has cheated on their significant other, but I think it's just the way that you have handled it since.
Or just what you've said. or how you come across.
Yeah.
Like as a friend, I told you, one time I said, do you understand why your critics still criticize you? And I was curious.
Guys, if you want me to be fucking honest,
Whatever.
I love Ariana. I do. I really care about her. But like this person fucking throughout our relationship talked to me like I was down here all the fucking time. And it's unfortunate that like my way of acting out against that was like me also like just getting belittled all the fucking time. Like, dude, and I hate to say it, but like I acted out because I had such low self-worth. And somebody like Raquel, somebody who's in her 20s, like doing the essentially the fucking whipped cream fucking bikini thing, like to me, like in Varsity Blues, like I couldn't fucking like I was like, wow, I have really like, oh my God, like I'm attractive to somebody, like. I'm serious. Like
I get all that.
This might be construed as you saying she made me cheat. That's
No,
not. That's
she
not
didn't.
what you're.
She
You don't
didn't.
want to
I'm
be
not
that
saying
guy.
that.
You don't want to be. I
I'm
know.
not
I know.
saying that.
I know. Per our conversations.
No, not at all.
It sounds a little bit like that right now. Just so you know.
Yeah,
it does.
Schwartz is right. It does sound like that. He's literally trying to blame Ariana, saying she belittled me. She made my self-worth in the ground. She made me feel like this. She made me feel like that. And because of that, then this girl that gave me the little bit of attention that she gave me, I took advantage of that situation and I acted upon it. That is what he's saying. Like, where was this? Let me be honest. And then put the blame on Ariana? What the hell is wrong with this guy? Seriously. And I want to say, too, he said, I never felt like this before. You said the same thing to everybody when it came to the whole Kristen and Ariana situation, that Ariana never made you. I never felt like that before with anybody else but Ariana. We heard this before. It's a repeat. You're a repeat offender. I'm so sick of the excuses. And this is what everyone else sees and he just doesn't get. And even Schwartz fucking sees it. Let's be real.
I'm like that. I'm just saying. I'm letting you know.
You're talking about somebody who like she wouldn't have sex with me for like fucking a year.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get all that.
Dude,
and I've been in
sucks.
toxic relationships before.
But I like loved Ariana. I really fucking did. And the whole process of breaking up with her, this happened over 4 months. Like this wasn't like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
Is there a point when you look back and reflect on what you would have done differently?
Yes.
Hold on, let me finish the rest of the question. Was there a moment where you realized this was the moment I should have brought into the relationship?
That moment was probably, a year before we broke up.
Okay.
It just was like, I woke up before her, went to sleep after her, wake up and like make her a dumpling latte. I instigated the happiness in the relationship. Always. I was the fucking only one, man.
So if it wasn't reciprocated, why not break up?
Because it's not that fucking easy.
But that's
with
where
somebody for 9 fucking years, you don't like.
Sometimes the right decision is hard, Tom.
Great, thank you. I get it. It's fucking hard. It's really hard. And I didn't know how to fucking handle it. I didn't know. I fucking handled it wrong. I know I did. I fucking know I did, man.
Sandoval is being very hypersensitive and very combative. And it's very much reading across his face. Just like not even letting Nick finish asking what he wanted to say and jumping and saying, of course I do. Oh my God. Now, I've been doing a lot of research on narcissistic personality disorder because of this episode and just learning about it in general. And one thing that stands out was I read this. It says, when they feel slighted or underappreciated, they also may portray themselves as the victim in the relationship. For instance, they may use subtle forms of emotional abuse or gaslighting in order to blame you. Their goal is to receive reassurance and praise from you or make you feel guilty for the way they feel. And eventually, that person then may feel undervalued or traumatized depending on their treatment of that person treating them. So, right there, Sandoval written all over it. Oh, and real quick, one more thing. People with narcissistic personality disorder also need to have their ego fed, but when that doesn't happen, that's when they start to pull away or become cold. And I think that's exactly what happened. And in my opinion, she had every right to stop feeding into his ego. That was only making it worse, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know down below.
I fucked up.
What is this that Ariana is now suing you?
Oh, she's not suing me.
Oh, clear it up, because that's what every headline that I read the other day said.
I think that's a little clickbaity. I think it's just a motion to expedite the sale of the house.
Okay.
It's I forget the legal term for it.
So
yeah, because thank you for clearing it up, because every headline was we were in New York and we were like, oh fuck, like Ariana is suing Tom.
Yeah.
So that's not happening.
So Ariana is trying to make it out that I am a psychopath for wanting to keep the house that we have. Meanwhile,
why do you? And how so? How is she doing that?
She literally said that
to you.
No, you can watch it on the trailer. She thinks I'm a psycho for like wanting to keep the house.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, she literally said that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, like, you know, when my mom and dad got divorced, my dad kept the house. When my stepdad and his wife got divorced, he kept the house. And when Ariana's mom and dad got divorced, she kept the house.
Okay.
But Ariana is making it out to be that me wanting to keep the house is a psychopath move, but it's not. She's like, oh, he gave me a shit offer. I gave her an offer of $3.1 million. We bought our house for 2.050.
2.05. Okay.
So you're saying you gave a top market?
Yeah, top market.
And you split it?
Yeah. I gave her an offer to buy her out.
She bought a $2 million house. You both paid $1 million?
We both paid like $250 down payment.
Down payment. And then you split the assets 50-50.
Yeah.
So you both own half of it legally.
Yes.
Okay. And then
So
you
I-
offered her $3 million.
3.1.
3.1.
3.1 as a buyout.
Okay.
And
how does that work?
so basically it's like
Okay, but seriously, for people who are going through this, explain how.
closing costs. I mean, Ariana hasn't paid a single bill for this house in 8 months. She hasn't paid the mortgage.
Does she live there?
She hasn't lived there in 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Is
I
she
didn't live
paying a
there for the
mortgage?
first 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. All her shit's in the master bedroom. Like,
Sure.
yeah. She comes and goes, shows up, whatever.
I got to say, to both of you guys' credit, I feel like you've handled it, up until now, it's getting a little messy, but you've handled it in a very mature way, because it's one of the biggest investments of your life. It's a major asset. It's not a great time to sell.
It's not.
Do you think Ariana's being petty?
Yes. Big time.
And do you think
like,
she's
I
wrong
put
for that?
solar panels. I put like, I've done construction on this house. Yes, she's being petty and she doesn't want me to have the house. That's it. I've offered her $1 million over what we bought into it 3 years prior.
Do you think she should accept your offer?
If she doesn't want to accept my offer, then she should take the house.
What if she doesn't want anything to do with it, but doesn't want you to have it?
Then that's the petty, like, I'm breaking up with you and I don't want anybody to have. No, it's,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
like-
flipping over the Monopoly board. That's it. It's like I'm losing in Monopoly, so I'm going to flip the Monopoly board over. That's what it is.
Yeah, but do you think you're entitled to her reasonableness?
I think that, like, considering what most people like go through, like, again, I'm going to give the same example. When my parents got divorced, my dad kept the house. When my stepdad and
but
his mom
Who cares
got
what any of
divorced,
those people did?
he kept the house. When Ariana's mom and dad got divorced, Ariana's mom kept the house. So, like, somebody always keeps the house unless they can't afford it.
Let's be honest now, Sandoval. Technically speaking, she is suing you for the sale of the home or for you to buy her out. Now, she does not need to take your first offer, just like no person is going to take their first offer unless it's very reasonable when they're selling their home as well. I also agree with Nick. Why does it matter that all these other people did this? This is between you and her. And let's be real too. You are not married. Assets aren't split because there's no divorce. So it's a different situation, though it is similar to a divorce because you own assets together. Now, we can all go look at like Zillow or Redfind or Trulia, and the estimated value is 2.8, 2.6. I've seen estimates of 3 mil. The value of the home's gone up. Now, I do believe maybe he offered her 3.1 million, but the problem is there, does he have the 3.1 million? You can offer that all day. It's, do you have the money to buy her out? And I think that's the problem. He's trying to put offers on the table and prolong this as much as he can because I don't think he has the money to buy her out. I also have been keeping up to date with all the paperwork, and I will be giving you guys a Vanderpump mix with Ariana and Tom's little court case that's going on with the sale of the home, and Lisa Vanderpump and the whole Tom wrongful termination case. So stay tuned for that video. I'm just waiting for one more piece of paperwork to come in so I can put it all in a video for you guys and update you all. But you can guarantee that update will be here on my channel, so make sure you are subscribed with notifications set to all so you can get notified as soon as I post that video. And there's just one more thing I need to point out before we can continue. He's deflecting yet again by saying, well, she hasn't paid bills in this many months, and she hasn't done this and that. It's called deflection, and that's what he's doing.
Unless they want to be petty.
Well, me and Katie just, we mutually agreed that we wanted to sell it.
But don't you think Ariana's entitled to be petty?
Yeah, and she's doing a good job of it.
If I were in Ariana's shoes, I could see myself doing, exactly what Ariana's doing. Do you think Ariana understands what she's doing?
Yes, she knows exactly what she's doing.
Do you fault her for it?
I mean,
You seem upset about it.
Considering that, like, dude, she literally, was part of a cheating scandal and now has everything going for her. I think she's being petty.
Do you think she should be grateful for that?
I mean, dude, no, I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I think she's definitely grateful.
Okay.
I know that's weird to say.
What you're trying to say is that it's horrible what she had to go through. You're showing reverence for that, but she kind of she hit the breakup lottery.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She hit the fucking breakup lottery.
Yeah. But I mean, I hear you.
But
do you think that do you think because she hit the breakup lottery that she should at least sell you the house that you want to be in?
I think she should be at least a little bit reasonable.
Why do you think she should be reasonable? Because that's what we are talking about. She is not, I would agree with you, she's not being reasonable. But I also don't think you're entitled to her reasonableness. I think you have to face the consequences of her rights. And she has the right to not sell you the house because you broke her fucking heart. And it's not fair.
She also broke my heart.
Fine. But she, that's a consequence of moving in and having, and sharing a house with someone you have an affair with. And actions have consequences.
Yeah, that's fine. She can, you know what? Let's just get rid of the house. Ariana, just take it.
I think it's best you guys just sell the house, move on. You'll both have a nice, cash windfall.
Just fucking take it. Take it all, dude.
Start fresh, start clean.
Don't you want to start fucking clean? I mean, let's just assume that Ariana is just like, fuck it. I just don't want to have it. Those are my fucking rights. And I'm being petty, whatever. Fuck it. But like, aren't you ready to be fucking done with fucking these types of questions and storylines like you're getting sued?
It's less about like the emotional and more just about the actual, like, I like paid to build the gym there. I like did all, like, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into building this house into what it is. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, now I'm going to have to move into another place.
Yes.
And build another gym and
not be neighbors with Brecken.
Not be neighbors with Brecken. Meyer.
Good guy.
Love that guy.
Brecken.
Would you have liked to continue to live in your house, Tom?
Man. Ugh.
Yeah.
Just tugging at the heartstrings. That was my dream house. Our dream house. Excuse me. That was our dream house. And I loved that location. We were tight with the neighbors and it just felt perfect. Everything about it. And I miss it. I wish I was still living.
Did you invest in it?
Yeah. Oh, we split everything 50-50.
Yeah.
But
as a consequence of your divorce.
Yeah, but our situation was so different. We had to do repairs on the kitchen after, Katie sat me down and said she wants to separate, but it was very healthy and we like still hung out and kicked it. It was as healthy as a divorce can possibly be, So our situation is completely different,
No, I get that. But other than just the fact that like sometimes it's just not fair.
Yeah.
And if it was, you would have loved to have kept the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have, man. I missed that house. And sub 3%, man. It's like a unicorn now.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Nick is not letting him get away with this, and I love it because he just does not get it. He just doesn't get it. There are consequences to his actions, and her being unreasonable is one of them. And if he can't understand that, let's just sell this house and start over fresh, he is holding on to something that he cannot tangibly have anymore, and that's just how I feel about it. These goddamn airplanes, I tell ya. But anyways, let's keep listening to what Scandoval keeps making excuses for.
Interesting. Ours was boring. It was very healthy and amicable.
How, Tom, do you think you can get to a place of peace?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like that trip helped.
Yeah, it did.
It's kind of vague. So
yeah.
Do you want to expound on that, Tom?
I think
and maybe going forward, like how can you have a peaceful life? And do you desire a peaceful life?
Do I desire a peaceful life? Of course I do.
I think a lot of people say that and don't show it through their actions. I'm not saying that's what you're doing.
Some people thrive in chaos, which is a great Biodome reference, Katie. That's for you.
I love that movie.
Me too.
I love that's a good movie.
No, I like.
Sorry. We could watch a lot of movies together, Schwartz.
I find peace in my friends and in people that I love, like you. Like I find a lot of peace, like
Your family?
Yes.
He's got a great family.
I really do. And I love that. I really love and enjoy that. And I take time. Like when I went back home for Christmas, my mom gets a Douglas fir, a real Fraser fir like tree. And I go back.
That's a type of Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 12 feet tall. And there's this like little yellow ornament. It looked like Tweety Bird. I used to love Tweety Bird when I was a kid. And my mom has this ornament. And it's like, I used to rub my face on it because it looked like a little Tweety Bird ornament. And she always puts it in the back. She's like, it's so ugly. But she hangs it for me. And I always grab it and move it to the front, the troller. And I love finding peace, man. I really do. And I hope fucking, honestly, like, I really do hope Ariana, like, does fucking well and keeps it going. Go.
I love seeing her thriving.
Yeah, go
Man, she's
do it.
absolutely crushing it. She's like glowing, man.
Yeah.
Everything she does right now. She's got the Midas touch.
I think her biggest thing is like, stop like focusing on, don't focus any energy on me. Leave
that's
me
not
behind.
really for you to say.
I know, but like, it's not a good look. Just fucking, yeah.
What's not a good look?
I'm just saying, like, her being so, she's been a little spiteful. She's been a little
but
fucking
like,
reactive.
She's entitled to her spite.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
When it comes to you, like, I don't think anyone's going to be like, all right, it's time to be, yes, that would be the bigger person thing to do. But
No. But like 10 months later, let it go. Keep going. Keep doing you.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to, and she's entitled to that.
Oh, yeah. She just wants to keep being like, oh, yeah, Tom, that's a fucking Tom. Like, just live your life. Keep going. Keep doing you. Forget me. Keep going. It's not a good look. I just want her to like move on. You know what I mean?
She looked fabulous at the Emmys. Should we talk about the Emmys?
We can. Yeah.
I mean, we could pivot.
I literally cannot take this guy. He is just always bringing it back and making her seem like she's the bad person and he's the victim. And that's just not how it is. And, oh, why can't you just forget about me? Because you guys own a house together and there is no resolution yet on what is happening with this house and it needs to get done. I'm sorry that you just want her to fucking forget everything and move on. No, that's not how it works, Tom Sandoval. One of the things on the list that I named before was they believe that time makes you forget. And that's because they themselves believe that they are superior to anybody. And in the sense of the world, they are superior beings. And when narcissists actually think that people are so weak in the face of their manipulation, they will forget their weakness. They underestimate their victim so much that they truly believe that they can get away scot-free with anything. And well, let's be real. After all, they aren't exactly used to facing the consequences to their actions, and that's his biggest issue right now.
Man, that was cool.
Why weren't y'all there? Or were you there?
Yeah, we were there. We were presenting.
You two presented?
Me,
Yeah, we
Sandoval. Oh, spoiler alert. It airs this Sunday. Me, Sandoval, Lala, and Sheena did a presentation for outstanding cinematography for a nonfiction program.
Okay.
And it was awesome. And
did you guys win? Oh, this won't come out until after the
it
Emmys.
won't?
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't win.
We did not win.
We got swept by what's Ryan Reynolds' show about the soccer team that they
Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I heard is. Have you guys watched it?
No.
We got
Haven't.
swept by them, and they
Yeah.
they won like 7 Emmys.
Was Ryan there?
He wasn't there.
Oh.
But the whole crew was, and it was a big moment for them. But you know, it's the ultimate cliche, but it was really cool to be nominated. It still feels like a win.
Yeah.
It still feels like a win, man.
Schwartz, remember you got this ring for me at Circus?
Yeah, that's a non sequitur.
I know.
Anyways,
I fucking love this dude.
well, having a
He
moment,
is
but-
unbelievably loyal to you, Tom.
I'm unbelievably loyal to him as well.
I mean, you can't
I
abandon.
do anything for my fucking friends. Man.
Listen, he's made some questionable decisions, but I can't abandon them. When you're there for the good times, you're there for the bad times, right? And I have been hypercritical, contrary to what people think of me as like a guppy or a pushover or a Tom apologist. It's not true
No,
at all.
Schwartz has literally fucking kicked my ass.
What's
literally
the-
his foot fucking.
What's the toughest thing you've had to hear from your friend Tom Schwartz?
It's a good question.
Dude, you kind of been a fucking piece of shit, man.
Oh.
That's what like Schwartz has said to me. He's like, yeah, man, you've been fucking selfish. You fucking deserve, like, he's ripped into me.
How have you worked on your selfishness?
How have I worked on my selfishness?
Yeah. Like, how have you made an effort to put others' consideration before yourself? You have been accused by many people of being a narcissist. I have suggested that you're not. But how, as someone who can empathize or show compassion for people and think to themselves, you know what, in this moment, I would do this.
I've told my friends, to please speak up if I'm ever being a fucking dick.
Okay.
And they have. When you're on a reality show, as you know, you get used to like people like wanting to know about you and everything that's happening with you. And I'm like, hey, I know that I'm going through shit and like I'm talking about my fucking self and what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Please tell me. That's what I've done with my friends. Kyle Chan, Schwartz, like I really have.
Yeah. Wait,
So
that was sincere.
That was sincere.
Yeah.
So if you were to be maybe in this scenario again where you're,
I'll never
feelings,
be in this scenario again.
well, maybe just like what did you say? Your feelings took you were a slave to your emotions. Thank you.
Yeah.
And one of your friends came to you and they were like, listen, man, this is not the way to go about it. Would you take that advice?
Well, I tried that. And he was working towards that in his own time.
You're saying while the affair was going on?
Many times. Yeah, multiple times. And I don't want to. No, he was working. I don't know. I don't know his exact plan, but he was working towards that, obviously.
I spent 4 months in therapy with Ariana.
While the affair was going on or before or after?
Yeah.
Wow.
I spent 4 months in therapy with her and I really I wanted it to be, I had like an image of it ending well and I was fucking delusional. I really did. Like she knew this was ending. Spent months. She knew this was ending. This is not like a surprise.
Stop, Sandoval, stop. Just because you believe that she knew it was over that doesn't mean she believed that. When people or couples go to therapy, it's usually to help the relationship get better so they can progress forward in that relationship, not to end a relationship. So maybe in your mind, you believe that she believed that this was going to end, but that's not how she perceived it. And she's said this multiple times to you and, well, to everybody else, and you're still not understanding that's not what she perceived. You cannot make her feel that way. So stop saying that. He really makes me so mad, guys. I'm so sorry. Does he make you guys mad? Let me know down below.
Was there a part of you that thought maybe in therapy was a time to maybe share that you had had an affair?
Here's the thing. So we have to do like interviews, confessionals and all that shit. And I wanted to wait until after we were done doing all of those before I told her.
Okay.
Because how is she supposed to show up and like talk about like, oh yeah, so tonight on my birthday or like, you know what I mean? Like you can't do that.
I mean, there's no good time to tell someone
that, but like she can't show up and like, and do it before then.
I'll be honest, I don't know. You can't get brownie points for sounding like you were being considerate for not telling someone about an affair.
That's fine. I don't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just,
I don't,
because there is no good time.
There is no good time.
She would have been devastated whenever.
Yes. I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get like fucking brownie points. I'm like, but also, you know how fucking reality TV works. And there's no fucking way that she's going to be able to show up and like talk about what's happening 6 months ago with a clear head, knowing that we have already broken up. There's no way.
But here's what I don't get. Your friend Tom, moments earlier, were like, hey man, I know you don't mean to sound like this, but you're coming across like another thing. You're coming across as making excuses. And you always, like, you say that it's like this, I'm sorry, I would never fucking do it. I'll never do it again. Of course I'm sorry. And then you like double down and be like, but, and you go hard to the paint and say, but I did this for her and she did this to me. And it always comes across
in what aspect, Nick?
Just earlier. You were just
like, in what aspect? Because, dude, I'm telling you, like, you don't know our relationship and nobody knows our relationship and nobody knows what the fuck was happening.
No, but when you say that,
all I can say is that, like, yes, I fucked up. That I know I did. I will admit that.
So why don't you
fucking day?
Why don't you
want to fucking? Do you want to keep fucking hammering it down? Yeah, dude, you can beat me down.
I'm responding to you. If you would just say,
what do you want me to say, Nick?
Don't say the other stuff.
Don't say what?
Am I making sense, Schwartz?
Yeah.
No, I'll never be able to tell like what was happening. I'll never be able to tell that.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter. Exactly.
You say it like it does.
Well, it fucking matters to me.
He really needs to stop interrupting Nick when Nick is trying to make a solid point. The problem is he doesn't want to listen and he's just quick to defend himself and deflect. And that is what is happening. And this is why I still think he is a narcissist. And I know that Nick addressed this, which was very nice of him. I still think he has some bits of narcissistic personality traits, and it is very clear to see. The quick to defend, and not let people speak is getting a little fucking old, Sandoval.
Because it was my life and I lived through it.
But it doesn't defend your actions.
No, I get it. I get that.
Yeah, but it sounds like you are.
So,
okay.
Sometimes sometimes you vent just to get it out, regardless of everything that you might spew. We've been through this a million times. He knows he fucked up.
I know I fucked up. I did it wrong.
Just
whatever I did, I fucked up royally. I know that.
Okay. All right.
I do.
Listen, I want you to have a great life. I really do. And I want to be like, I got to know Tom Sandoval and he's not a bad guy. And yeah.
I know I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah.
I know I'm not a bad guy.
I want you to learn from
I'm
your
a really
mistakes.
good friend.
He is.
I think you can be, yeah.
You think I can be?
Do you think
you don't know me? If you don't, like, I'm a fucking really good friend.
Do you think
I'm the guy that will literally show up at 3 a.m. and bail you out of jail? You can call me anytime.
I believe that.
You're my friend.
Do you think you prioritize being a friend over a partner?
No, I don't.
So you think you're a better friend than you are a better partner?
Dude, at one point, Ariana and I were like best fucking friends. Best fucking friends. And that time went away. Like it just went away. And I fucking handled it fucking poorly.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys were a united front like no one else I've ever met. On the
Dude,
show, outside
yes.
of the show, you guys were, twin flames, man. You guys, you
man.
had each other's backs.
Fuck yeah.
Till death do you part, or till,
Yeah, until I fucking I'm an idiot.
But anyways.
Let's pivot to you.
Oh, shit. No. I was just getting comfortable, Nick. Wait, hold on a
Keep it
second.
positive. What, you've been single for a while.
Yeah.
What does happiness look like for you, Tom Schwartz, in a year or two? And what are your relationship goals going forward?
Right now I'm just taking it easy, having fun, hanging out. But I do want to start a family.
You do?
I'm not jealous. I'm happy for you guys. But like I want that. And I want to get a house soon. I want to live on a ranch. I want to have
You want me to
pigs,
get pregnant?
goats, llamas, tortoises. I want to live in a little ranch in Thousand Oaks, and I want to start a family, and I want to continue to build businesses.
Do you think you have to make any changes? And I don't know if I'm not suggesting that you do to have that in your life, or do you think it's just timing from your point of view?
I don't think I'm quite ready to dive into a relationship right now, but the next time I do, I want it to hopefully be the one. I'm not getting any younger. I'm no spring chicken.
You haven't lost your looks though.
Thank you, Nick.
Have you recovered from me saying that Tom Schwartz was the best looking guy in Vanderpump?
I have not.
Were you late because of
Is that why you were late?
That's why I was late. I was like, fuck this. He said Schwartz is better looking than me.
Some sort of that
I didn't really say he's better looking than you.
me.
I just said he's the best looking guy on
He is the
Vanderpump,
best
and he
looking
doesn't
guy.
get enough credit for that.
He's cute as fuck.
I think me and Nick are approachably handsome, but you kind of have sinister good looks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My plastic surgeon would love that you said that.
Who?
My plastic surgeon.
You have a plastic surgeon?
Yeah, like 8 of them.
Oh my God.
I'm just
What,
kidding.
8 for just like all different things? Or
Yeah,
we don't
just all
trust
the
one to
things.
do?
Have you had any plastic surgery?
None.
Okay.
Nothing. I woke up like this in life.
I believe that.
So to wrap up that thought, I sure as hell never thought I would be at this point in my life single. I feel like I'm trying to learn a foreign language. Dating in Los Angeles at this age is strange. It's scary out there.
God damn, everything Nick says, he literally has to be so defensive over. And I think Nick's just gotten to the point like, yep, okay, Sandoval, whatever you say, Sandoval, because he's just not understanding. And I do hope that Schwartz can one day live his dream, have a family, living on a ranch, and living a peaceful life. And I don't necessarily think that Sandoval fits into that equation very much, but that is just my opinion. I do believe that Sandoval holds him back some.
I asked this question to a lot of people. It's not just you.
Yeah.
But we learn from all our relationships, even the ones that don't work out. What did you learn from your relationship with Katie? Both good and bad. What are aspects of your relationship with Katie that you'd want to bring into your next relationship? What are aspects of your relationship that you're just like, listen, I had to learn a tough lesson here, but I want to make sure that, whether it's something you brought that you can, affect, or just the relationship in general that you just want to avoid from having in your next relationship?
Well, I've learned that I need to, this is so stock, but just I'm the ultimate fucking people pleaser. And I did that in my relationship with Katie, often with friends, and then especially with the businesses, which you have to do when you open a new business. Bars and restaurants are one of the most demanding businesses there are. I mean, it's unrelenting, the hours, missing holidays, stuff like that. But like, this sounds terribly trite, but like to prioritize the person, your partner, the person you love most, I feel like a lot of time Katie would get my leftovers, after a long day at the bar, working on construction, Schwartz and Sandy's. And then maybe we go out for drinks afterwards and I come home and I'm like half drunk and I got nothing left for her, that happened too frequently, I think, be a better communicator. Like I think everyone by now who's ever watched Vanderpump Rules knows that I'm very non-confrontational and I like to sweep things under the rug. It's no big deal. It's fine. And usually it is fine, live and let go. But like it starts to pile up and eventually it does fester and, then it manifests itself in some ugly ways, which you guys have seen. We don't have to get into specifics.
I appreciate that very vulnerable answer.
Yeah. I I think I'm a good lover. I'm not talking sexually, but that too maybe.
Okay.
But I think I'm
okay. Well, we're going there.
I am a good lover. I don't think Katie would say I was a bad husband. Maybe she would, but I feel like the good. I said this earlier, I think before you hear, but I feel like the good in our relationship far outweighs the bad, and I'll always love Katie. It was the right decision to end the relationship, and there's still times I'm sad about it and wonder what could have been, But I don't spend too much time dwelling on hypotheticals, which is another thing that I've taught myself not to do. I have a tendency to spiral and dwell on negative worst case scenario hypotheticals. And I've done that for a greater portion of my life. And I spend a lot of time in the future. You guys, if you do this, not a good, healthy way, I'm optimistic eternally, but like I spend a lot of time in the future as opposed to being present. And I don't dwell in the past ever, but like, that's one good thing that this trip, it helped me be more present than I've ever been in the past 2 years, going to Thailand, Hong Kong, Singapore. Is this boring? I'll shut up.
It's not.
Okay. But I haven't felt this present and focused. Hi.
Hey, Ben.
I haven't felt this present in a long time. Maybe going back to answer your question, how about what like the any sort of profound impact that trip had on me? I just feel present and dialed into the moment as opposed to like drifting off the space cadet 5-10 years in the future. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up.
I appreciate that.
What did I just
very coherent and honest answer.
Was it coherent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
It started real strong. You rambled at the end, but it was fine. We can cut.
You guys should cut me off at any time there.
And this is the difference between Sandoval and Schwartz. Schwartz knows what he did that impacted the relationship that ended it. And he knows what he needs to do to be better in the next relationship. Is he quite ready for another relationship? He's not. And he said that. I think that he understands, and that's the problem that Sandoval does not have. He does not understand what he really did and the impact that it made on not only him, but his relationship and why it ended the way it did. It should have never happened. And for him to say, well, it was over before that, well, then why didn't you end it? There are so many differences between Schwartz and Sandoval, and I believe wholeheartedly that Schwartz understands what he did wrong in that relationship with Katie, and he is now trying to better himself. And Sandoval is just still not getting it.
Sandoval, what do you think should happen with Schwartz and Sandy?
I noticed that you didn't ask me the same question.
Would you like me to?
Yeah.
I felt like you were tired of me asking you questions about your love life, but you are welcome to answer that question. What is something about your relationship with Ariana that you would like to bring in to your next relationship? And what is aspects of that relationship that you think you should change about you?
So Ariana was the very first person that I was with that I like fully valued and held in high regard, like her opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she's wicked
when
smart.
you're with somebody that like you really, truly, deeply respect. I used to call her my information booth. Like,
so you want to respect your next partner?
You know, when you're in a relationship sometimes and you're like, oh, he's an idiot, or like you know what I mean? Like, and you feel like Ariana was the first person I was with that like, I was like, she's a very smart, like truly had respect for her in the sense of like who she was and her intelligence and like whatever. That was not reciprocated. It was not reciprocated in the same way. And having that, like putting her on a pedestal and like looking at who she is as a person, like I think that like moving forward, I want to have the same kind of respect in that sense, you know?
So you hope to have a more mutual relationship?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you going to go about making sure that happens?
I think that like early on, there'll be signs, you know, like moving on when I meet somebody, like I'm having that respect for them and them having the same kind of respect for me. Like, I think that that's something that will carry on to a great relationship.
At what point did you lose the respect for Ariana?
Honestly,
I imagine it was gradual, no?
Yeah.
As in any relationship, or was
oh, sorry.
Actually, it's not that I lost respect for Ariana. It's that I had such low self-esteem because I've been belittled so much. And going into, I've fell in love outside of the relationship, and like that made me blind to like her feelings. If that makes sense.
So do you think it was when you fell in love outside of the relationship that you lost the respect, or when you started?
Yeah, it was like, dude, I completely threw away logic and like everything. Like I totally like was not myself. I was like a drug addict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't about like respect or anything about it. It was just like I was literally blind.
Why didn't Nick ask Sandoval the same question? Because you really just reiterated everything you've already said, Sandoval, over again just now. And again, you put the blame on Ariana and you are trying to be the victim. It's so annoying. And him saying like, oh my God, we need to do a bingo game one of these nights or one of these videos. And oh my God, he literally said so much that I could not hear anything else but the word like. Like, it was annoying.
Are you still in therapy?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's going good.
What have you gotten out of it?
Dude, I finally am like starting to really grieve the loss of my best friend, my brother, Ali.
Okay.
I cried so fucking hard last night. Like my eyes were bloodshot. Like that's one of the reasons why I was late, to be honest. I didn't sleep last night. I fucking cried for like 2 hours.
Okay.
Well, we're sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Lost a good one there.
Ali, like,
he was one of my close friends too.
He's one of the most fucking beautiful human beings.
He was friends with all of us. Yeah. All the cast and Ariana, everybody was tight with
him. And I came across a picture of him, and I like, when he died, there was so much going on. I never truly got to grieve him. And last night, like, I literally fucking, like, I fucking sobbed for like fucking 2 hours. I was up all night. I was pacing around. I sent like Robbie as a sister, and was gonna text her, and I like wrote a text and like put it in my notes, but I didn't sleep last night.
I taught him to do that. Don't snap respond. Put the message in your notes. And when you wake up in the morning, if you still want to send it. I mean, this is 101 shit, but I feel like a lot of people don't practice this.
That's true. Do you feel like you're a victim in any way when it comes to you and your Ariana's relationship?
I don't
You don't want to victimize yourself, but
no.
You can add nuance. I don't know if there's room for nuance.
I mean, like for what happened, like for the kind of fucking hate that happened, being pushed to almost like, dude, for have fucking sweet lady Jane like fucking putting Sandoval's a liar on fucking cakes. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
She did close down.
Yeah, I know.
She did?
That's fucking like, fuck them. That was, dude, that was such bullshit to put like Sandoval's a liar on cakes.
Well, I think that this is a classic case of the straw that broke the camel's back here. We don't want to go too hard.
You off?
No, I think that he was about to. Well, this is what you told me.
Yeah,
I don't want to tell your story, Tom, but you were on the verge of snapping. You were at your lowest point, and then for whatever reason, the sweet lady Jane cake. Sorry to laugh. What's the fucking?
That's what
that really did it for you.
Yeah,
we did get one of those cakes.
Oh no,
they sent it. They sent it. We didn't.
Okay. They sent it, Tom. That's an important detail.
I did not purchase it.
That's an important
detail.
But they
did send it.
But they have also closed down.
I don't want to prey on anyone's downfall. Being a small business owner, I will never
really
do
hurt
that.
me. That like really
Why did
really
that bother
hurt
you
me.
of all the things?
I showed up that day. Ariana had like, I'm literally trying to like make ends meet, like, and she doesn't pay the fucking bills, and like I'm the only one paying them. And like I show up back after tour, like, and there's doing a photo shoot. My assistant is helping, like the fire alarms going off, and they're like making fun of white nail polish, making fun of like everything that's me, batteries, white nail polish, and anything I've ever said. And then I get the sweet lady Jane fucking text, and I'm like, dude, I had Cal Chan come and grab the guns from the house.
Yeah.
That day, I was really bad.
Yeah.
How many guns do you have?
2, shotgun and a pistol.
Are licensed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And just in case anyone's thinking about Rob and Tom, he also has nunchucks. He has. Do you still have those size?
I have a ninja sword.
He has a ninja sword.
Very well prepared for anything.
Those are pandemic purchases.
I have Megalodon teeth.
I
have a ninja sword signed by Randy Jackson.
He does.
Honestly, you're kind of saying things that people might want, so maybe you should stop.
He also has a penis flu as a weapon and that he will use against you if you break in the home. Oh my God, that was quite interesting, but funny how he didn't want to answer the question of, do you think you're a victim? Well, we already know he thinks he's a victim, and that's why he was trying to steer away that question, but also still answer it at the same time.
How do you, Schwartz, think Tom Sandoval is misunderstood?
Good question, Nick. In regards to topical stuff like this whole affair and everything going on, it's weird because it's like when I'm one-on-one with him and we're behind closed doors, he like says all the right things. His heart's in the right place. He's like hates himself for the way he handled it. He's full of regret and remorse. But then sometimes like, yeah, throughout this, he's had a tendency to say all the wrong things on a public forum, you know? I know you are a good person. I wouldn't be friends with you if you weren't.
I know you wouldn't.
You've done some stupid shit as I have.
Dude, I suck,
Do you think
No, you don't suck.
Dude, you got not with a pity party.
You don't
dude,
suck.
I suck, man.
Dude, Tom, you don't suck. Listen, you're a great friend. You inspire other people. You're a fucking go-getter. You know, you got like 6 projects you're starting. You have the band is gaining momentum. Dude, by the way, it's like people love talking shit about, like, I hate when people are so hate on other people for just doing and trying. You really bared your soul. I mean, in the beginning, it's like you guys have come such a long way. And I feel like the band, I don't know, you should be proud of the band. People love hating on Tom Sandoval and the most extras, but they have people who, it's so easy to hate while you're sitting behind your computer. But like that takes a fucking Herculean amount of energy to start a band and to tour. And I don't know, let's try to prop them up a little here.
Right. Have y'all ever had an orgy together, the two of you?
Hell no.
We have a
vibe that y'all would like probably
Have you
maybe
ever had an
threesome
orgy period?
No.
We have a
I've never
I've had a threesome
with
before.
Schwartz.
No.
Oh, just in general. Okay.
You don't give me that vibe.
I'm capable.
Oh no, you want the vibe. So which one is it? I thought Natalie offended you.
I'm a little offended.
Well, I mean, I'm just like y'all just love each other, so it's like and like not
on that level.
not on that way.
We kind of an unspoken sort of promise that we don't want to see each other's penises.
You've never seen each other's penises.
Never.
No, I've never seen.
That's
that.
shocking.
The thing about penises,
Almost in a weird way. You guys are so close that you would just like take your.
And I
pants.
feel like there were so many like hot tub parties. No one ever was like, let's skinny
Like,
dip. Like,
not even a weird way. Yeah,
No,
fuck
never-
yeah.
no.
Fucking Stassi, just like every fucking episode.
she's naked.
Even when I got naked on the show, like he
You looked
never
away?
saw it.
I've never
closed his
I've never
eyes.
seen you naked. I've never seen your penis.
Yeah, that's good.
And I'm happy about that.
I know, me too. You can't unsee it.
Allie,
Jax is
do we still have
about to go.
texting office hours? You want to give someone else some relationship advice? Are you up for that, Sandoval?
Okay. Okay.
I'm so down.
Maybe.
Is this live?
They're going to call in, yeah.
Oh, I would love to.
They're calling in for earnest advice.
Can you chime in too?
I will lead the charge.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Sandoval, the whole purpose of this is we learn through our mistakes.
Yeah.
And the goal is to be able to offer words of wisdom
By the way, we're in
from
on the
things
joke.
you've learned.
Tom and I are in on the joke.
Suck, dude.
Tom and Tom giving relationship advice. Ha ha ha. Let's try.
We do
Let's
this
give
with
it a-
every...
I know.
We do.
I know.
Everyone.
You guys,
We did it with
suck.
Gypsy Rose.
Oh, yeah.
She crushed it.
We talked about Gypsy Rose earlier. I don't know if Tom, if you're familiar with her plight, her story.
I know her story.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Nick. Enough with the pity party, Sandoval. Like, I get they've been asking you really hard-hitting questions, but this is what happens when you are selfless and you think about no one else but yourself, and you have done the things that you do. And Schwartz is just right there beside him, leading the way, picking up the pieces when his friend can't figure it out. And I mean, I give it to Schwartz. He is a true friend. He really is. And no matter what these two have been through, Schwartz has his back. I necessarily don't think it's a great quality all the time, considering the stuff that he's had to have Sandoval's back on. Those are not good qualities. And they've never seen each other's penises. I highly doubt that. But hey, I believe it, whatever the case may be. I mean, they all got naked on Vanderpump. There's a photo shoot back from season 1 where they were naked. No, Schwartz was not there because he wasn't part of SUR at the time. But I mean, like, this has been happening on Vanderpump. Like, it's not something that doesn't happen. And look how excited he got when he found out that they were now going to answer a caller's question to their relationship problem. And it's like, yes, the focus is off me. Let's get all excited now. Like, oh my God. I am not going to actually put the ending part in here, just like I didn't put the beginning part. If you do want to catch the whole episode of the Viall Files, the link is down below in the description, and you can see what great relationship advice the Toms gave this caller. But that is it for today's podcast episode of the Viall Files and the two Toms. Let me know what you thought about it down below, and I will love to hear what you guys have to say. I love getting to talk to you guys. It's absolutely a fun time, and I can't wait to do a live with you all so that way we can all chit chat together and just have fun. have a lot of fun together. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like this video and you're subscribed to the channel. And like I said, after you're done subscribing, make sure your notifications are set to all so you can get notified every time I post a video or go live. And I'm sorry about that. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye, everyone.